back of your hand. Blasphemy ban and real government strategies plan to make sure nobody sells crack in the land. Nobody with a cat in their hand unless they defending the country. Picture a nation with nobody hungry. Imagine if we spend our money properly. 400 billion, we can have our own monopolies. No need for drugs and robbery. Fulfill the prophecies of ancient Hebrews. Imagine if we had our cake and we could eat too. Imagine a nation where every citizen would treat you like you can. Every stranger is a friend, righteous black women and men. And leaders that didn't teach you to sin. Imagine a nation where nobody hates you because of your skin. If everybody had a God within, there'd be no niggas and bitches. Picture a nation where it doesn't matter who's the richest. Imagine a nation where sickness ain't created by government scientists. And you can speak without the feds trying to silence it. Imagine us at our best. Picture a nation of Nubians with none of us oppressed. Can you imagine a nation with no Africans hating the blackest of faces, where nobody is black is the racist? Y'all sadly mistaken. If y'all think George W. faking, you want to beg you, but can you imagine a nation? Imagine a block where you can stand on the corner. Yo, what's poppin', YouTube? I tell you, it is a fantastic sunny day, and for most of you all, you need to stay sucker F-R-E-E on the F-R-I-D-A-Y, because it's crazy out here. But I hope that everybody is doing well. Yeah, if you're not doing well, that means you're ill. And if you're ill, that ain't looking too good at all for nobody, you understand? Nobody whatsoever. I tell you, it is absolutely sad when you can't feel good. Keep going. You good? Yeah, everything all right? All right. Yeah, so I had to stop this live for a minute. I had to let somebody by. But I tell you, it is sad when you can't feel good. And why you can't feel good? Maybe because of the issues that you're having in life. Maybe because of the problems that you have in your home. Maybe it's being in the society that we're in. I'm telling you, because the newly elected president, Donald Trump, threatens with revenge. He threatened with revenge. Everybody, judges, prosecutors, Fannie Willis, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. He said that he's going on a storm and threatens havoc on everybody that has something to do with him being locked up and charged with all of this madness. Do you think he can make that happen? Of course he can, and he will. It's just going to be a lot of civil unrest. It's just going to be a lot of madness. I told you, let the party begin. The other day when I did the live, Trump is not playing. This society that we know it, the reconstruction of America is going to take place right in front of your face. The reconstruction of America is going to take place right in front of your face. And if you're not ready for that, you need to get ready, or you may be a victim. And there's going to be a lot of casualties in this reconstruction of America. Sad, but true. And for those of you who think that it is a game, it is not a game. And I'm going to tell you why it's not a game. Yesterday on my live, I told you that you had all of these black racist texts coming in to black people on their phones in schools. But not only has it happened to schools, these racist text messages for black people is all across the country. Now, who's doing that? Who's doing that? Now, the FBI and the local authorities, wherever you're at in the states, they know about this. They say that they are investigating this. Do you think they already know? Do you think anybody going to be held accountable? Meaning, do you think anybody is going to jail? Do you think anybody will be charged? Do you think that Donald Trump will enact a hate
crime bill for black people? I'm going to say that again. Do you think that Donald Trump will enact a hate crime bill for black people in America? For all of you who voted for Donald Trump, that's black people, did you all ever ask him to do that? Did you ever mention him say that in his campaigns across America? That was a very important question that you all forgot to ask. Is Donald Trump going to give you reparations, black people? Yeah. I got to ask you a question like that because it's obvious that while you were out voting for Donald Trump, that you didn't ask him that. You didn't even ask Kamala Harris about it. In fact, Kamala Harris, years ago, when she was on a television show, being asked, and it was a political show, of course, and she was asked about reparations, and she said, "What is that?" Has anybody been down to Black Wall Street? In Oklahoma. In Tulsa, Oklahoma. Has anybody been down there to Georgia? To Lake Lanier? What about all of those cities that were black owned, that were thriving, and they were destroyed by a mob of white men, including the police? They took your homes, burned them down, took your property, built some on top of it, had you in slavery forever. Don't you understand that this system that you voted for is full of racism? You voted for a continuality of racism. Even if you had not voted, you will continue to be involved in racism as long as you're in America and this world for now. But sadly, here in America, the greatest place on earth, and you have some black people who have the audacity to say that there is no racism in America. Did you hear what 50 Cent said? And one of the 6 things that he said that don't ever do, one of them was not to blame people for your own problems. Well, I get him to a certain extent. I understand that. Just because you made it, 50 Cent, selling rap material, talking about death and destruction, and did nothing to help the youth of America, you did nothing, yet you want to tell them not to blame other people for your problems when there were people who helped make the condition that you in, that created the problems for you. At least some of them. Let me ask you all a question out there. How many of you all out there think that there's no racism in America? How many people out there can say that there is no racism in America? Do you think there's no racism in America? I know we didn't have good candidates to choose from, that you all didn't, okay? You all didn't have good candidates to choose from. I got that. But how long will you allow to be in your condition without helping yourself? Because right now, you need to help yourself. Do you see the spiritual warfare that has come upon black people in America since the election already? Most of these people that receive these racist texts across America, most of them were women. And in those texts, they said, select the plantation that you would like to pick cotton from. Damn! Is that not an insult to you for those who voted for Trump? If you look like me, you know? Because if you don't look like me, well, it don't apply. But for all of you black Trump supporters out there, did you all expect this to happen? Did you expect to look on your phone and receive text like a white van would pick you up at 12 a.m. midnight, or a brown van would pick you up at 12 p.m. and some of our executive slaves will be placing you in the van, and when you get to the plantation, you will be searched for drugs and contraband, and bring all that you're going to bring, because you won't see anything else, because you won't be going back to where you just came from. Did you receive those texts? Did you receive those texts? Because that's what many women across America. I didn't hear about any black men getting those texts. Well, college students did. They even had it going on in grammar schools, middle schools, I'm sorry. Middle school students receiving racial threats about these texts. What's next? What's next? What do you think is going to happen next? Hopefully what happens next is that we can get our shit together. Yeah. Hopefully we can get our shit together. Because if we don't, we're doomed. As I stated, America is cooked. The reconstruction of America is about to take place. When did it take place before? In what, like 1861? Something like that? Something like that. Around that era. Well, you're about to witness one right now, so you'll get an opportunity to see what it's like. A reconstruction of America. Donald Trump says that he's the last president. That's what he says. And if he's the last president, do you think he could be the last president? Do you think he'll get another 4 years? But if I'm not mistaken, you can only serve 8 years. I don't know if that's separate or back to back. Do you think he's going to be a dictator? Do you think that? Do you think that you're safe? What you say there? Who is that? Woods? What's popping? For all of you in the chat room, for the person just popped up, I want to thank you for viewing. And it is my request that you share the information, share the video, share with your relatives, friends, co-workers, sometimes even your enemy. Yeah, because the enemy of your enemy is your friend. Remember that. Remember that. Anyway, they had went as far as to send racist text messages to one of these public figures in Minnesota, Rochester, Minnesota, and Minneapolis, Minnesota, because she works on some city council board, but yet they're at the NAACP as well. When you have members of the NAACP in 2024, right after the election, start receiving text messages that's racist, apparently and obviously from right-wing people, skinheads, KKK members. It might even be your neighbor, somebody that you know that's sending that from another phone. I'm saying you have to be very careful today. You have to be very, very careful. But don't live in fear, because all of this is to instill fear. Don't live in fear. It's time for you to stand up like a man and a woman, and for us to get our shit together. If we don't, we are doomed. What you saying now? Sorry, that was a little mistake. What was the mistake? What was the mistake? We need to get our shit together. For real. I don't know if huh? Yeah. What are you going to do with that? You got members from the NAACP and political figures and an author and a writer and what else is she? Some business entrepreneur. I forget the lady name. Damn, I wish I remember her name, but I don't remember her name. But yeah, just check it's about 20 articles that you can find today that tells you about these racist texts that black women across America has received. Like I said, obviously, right after the election. And they making it known to instill this fear. But don't have fear. Let the lion or lioness in you awaken. Yeah. How can you expect your children to respect you when you don't have the nuts to have some respect and pride for yourself as a black man and a black woman? We have climbed mountains without having any legs. We have came through the worst of human treatment. And now we've been brainwashed to kill ourselves or be brainwashed to look to someone who placed us in the condition for the help. Do you think that Donald Trump is going to make any difference in your life? When Donald Trump was president last time, what did he do for you black people? What did he do for you? He did what the other presidents did, with the exception of one, which is Abraham Lincoln. Ironically, I'm going to tell you what's ironic to this story. It was the Republicans, and Lincoln was a Republican who signed the Emancipation Proclamation. But now you have Republicans that want to take everything away from you and send you back to slavery. And then on the other hand, you got the Democrats who formed the KKK on you to help annihilate you, to put fear in you, to make you bow down to white supremacy. But many black people in the past have voted democratically. Black people today are confused, and they need to get confused like yesterday. Yeah, they need to get unconfused real fast. And don't worry about the fear. Don't let fear set in your heart because of these texts. Fear is the #1 killer of any vision, of any dream. Fear will stop you from living up to your potential. Like, we've done this far because of fear. Hell, you even have some people that have said on CNN, on ABC, on NBC, on CBS, all of these news outlets years ago, even on social media, they said that the #1 terrorist in America is Caucasian men. I'm just saying. Would you say that? Thumbs up. Your skin is dry. Well, who cares? Who cares? I don't care right now. You worried about my skin versus the message? I'm not worried about my skin. I'm worried about the message that I'm trying to bring to people, awake them, skin. Your skin is probably dry. I'm just saying, don't you have dry skin days? Maybe I just woke up about an hour ago. Maybe I've been doing things to make my skin dry. I'm just saying. Skin is not the issue here. But then again, skin is the issue. Because if skin was not the issue, you would not have all of these racist texts going across America that the feds and the police say that they know about. Right? Right? Seeing that a person says something like that, if you had a person that's offering you wisdomly advice, one is dressed as a bum and the other one's dressed in a suit, whose wisdom would you take or want to talk to get advice from wisdomly wise? Would it be the bum on the street or the guy in the suit? Skin. In fact about it, you know all of those people that they call woolly hair, big lips, dry skin, broad nose, negroids, negro, niggers, bantus, Hottentots. You know them people? The people that taught civilization. I'm sure that skin was dry too at times. I'm just saying. And now these people have been destroyed to nothing. Yesterday, I mentioned Dr. Claude Anderson. If you all have not watched any of his videos, go watch his videos. Yeah, you got to turn your back. Nowadays, you don't know who the fuck is behind you, okay? Especially when you're in the open. Always watch your back and always have a weapon of defense on you. I don't care if it's a little bitty knife, okay? I don't care if it's a little bitty knife. Because I'm telling you, these people are up to no good. They are up to no good. And don't be afraid to fight for your life. Don't be afraid to fight for your life. Don't be afraid for righteousness, even though this world is a prison for the righteous. Yeah, this society that we're living is a prison for the righteous. What'd you say? Term giving police immunity. Yeah, I said that yesterday too, about the police having immunity. It's not going to look good at all. Do you have to worry about your neighbor shooting you from their window? Or do you have to worry about white people coming past you, stabbing you, or shooting you? Just like right now, when I had to move my tripod because a car wanted to get past, hell, there was a white man in there. He was giving me a thumbs up. He could have pulled the gun out. I didn't know what was happening, but I was aware. Not that I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what he had on his mind. So I have to be prepared for anything. And so do you. So do you. Now it's time for you to use your common sense. And if you don't have no common sense, you better get some real fast. Cut off the TV. Cut off that rap session for a minute. I like rap music. Yeah. I like hip hop. I like TV. But there's a time when it's got to go off. And you to, feel something in your tank. Fill up some power in your tank. Fill up some courage in your tank. Fill up with knowledge in your tank. Fill up with fearness in your tank, because you're going to need it today. Today, you're going to need all of what I just gave you. You got to cut out a lot of... Sorry, I ain't got time for you right now, whoever trying to call me. I ain't got time for them doing it live, okay? This county will be for 4 years. I'm just saying. Yeah, this country, this country is going to be terrorized for 4 years. Because as I stated, according to white people, the Caucasians, the people who own the media outlets, said that the number one terrorist in America is white Caucasian men. But the prison is not filled with them. Click clack. Click clack. The number one terrorist in America is white Caucasian men, but yet they don't fill up the prison population. Y'all better stop playing with me. Huh? Dude, what you are. Yeah, I know. I don't never know what I'm talking about. Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about either. Obviously, you watch too much TV. Obviously, you may be a Trump supporter. Obviously, you may have no common sense. That's 100, keeping it a buck. You may not have to agree with what I'm saying, and that's okay. But I'm not saying nothing wrong, okay? I'm not saying nothing wrong. You may not agree with it, but it doesn't make it mean, or I'm saying sorry about that, it doesn't mean that I'm wrong because you don't agree with it. Hell, most of the people who don't agree with the norms are right anyway. You need to check yourself, man. Check yourself. This message is held for review. Yeah, let the message be held for review. Okay? They don't know what they're talking about either. I'm not scared of you if you coming with some Trump, racist, KKK fear tactics. I'm not scared of you. You got the wrong Negro, Bantu, Hottentot, nigger. Okay? I'm not with that. Sorry. But you all need to be careful. That's all I'm saying. And what did you Trump supporters asking for anyway? I'm sure you didn't ask him for racist texts, but the feds say they all over it. So let's see if somebody be arrested tomorrow for it then. Let's see if somebody be arrested for it tomorrow. Let's see what news that they give you on the news about what has happened, what has transpired with the information. I'm just saying. When black women across America and black men and black children started getting these type of texts, that is a wake-up call for you. That is a wake-up call for you. Because if that doesn't awake you, I can just say that you just stupid. Yeah. Trust no one. Trust no one. I'm just saying. I have Caucasian friends that's males. I have to watch them more closely now. Yeah. I have to watch them more closely now. Say what? What am I talking about, bro? Go back to the video, okay? Go back to the beginning of the video after the live, okay? That's what I'm talking about. I ain't got time to go back to start from the beginning messing with you, okay? Don't have time for that. Why don't you read the newspaper? Why don't you stop watching the garbage can on YouTube? Why don't you stop watching the garbage can on Facebook? Why don't you do that? And then maybe you'll have an understanding of what I'm talking about. Yeah. Y'all think about that, black people. Because these people out here are not playing. And if they not playing, you better not be playing. You better not be caught lacking on nothing. And for those of you who like to drink and drive, do not drink and drive. Especially if you look like me. Do not drink and drive, especially if you look like me. Don't get caught doing nothing wrong if you look like me. Because there would be no mercy spared on you. None. So in essence, as I've been saying throughout this video, people who look like me need to get their shit together. Fast. How can you have or want your children to respect you when you can't even stand up as a man or a woman? Huh? It is time for you black men and black women to be role models to your children versus allowing the entertainment industry and politicians to be a role model for your child. Yeah. That has to stop today. Effective immediately, like an executive order. I'm just saying. What you say? Bye. 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 If you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the chat. You can go watch another garbage channel on YouTube. And there's a lot of garbage on YouTube. What you say? Straight nonsense is what you... Yeah. Okay, I'm saying nonsense. Okay, so those racist texts across America is nonsense. Is that nonsense? Those racist texts across America that went to black women, that's nonsense? Is that nonsense? Huh? This should be illegal. You probably are illegal. You probably one of those white KKK members. You might be the feds. You won't even show your face. It's got a C, a F, and an F. Whoever you are, obviously you a chump. You won't show your face. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. You want to masquerade yourself behind what you saying. One of those trolls, okay? One of those trolls in the house. Maybe got 2 or 3 trolls in the house, y'all. I'm just saying. Anytime black man or black woman to begin to speak up for themselves or have an ounce of courage to speak up, they label an antagonizer. They label someone that don't know what they're talking about. But I will tell you that I do know what I'm talking about when I tell you that the #1 terrorist in North America is the white man. And that came from white people. Okay? Do your homework if you think that I'm lying. Do your homework if you think I'm illegal. It's illegal that you don't know, fool. It's illegal that you don't know, fool. I'm just saying. This is what happens when you speak outside the box. This is what happens when you begin to think for yourself. This is what happens when you begin to read for yourself. This is what happens when you speak what's right. This is exactly what happened. You get people like that in the chat room. But I'm good with that. I'm good with that because your hatred and your ignorance only fuels me, fool. I'm causing division. How am I causing division? The country was built on division. What is this bozo talking about? What is this bozo talking about? Huh? You mean to tell me that white people didn't start division? I think you need a history lesson, okay? You need to go to my other page, MOPOWERZ. Yeah, MOPOWERZ. And go to history class. Go to history class. Like I say, you're probably one of those white supremacists. Or an agent. Or a troll. Whatever you are and whoever you are, you're faceless. You're faceless. I'm just saying. What you say? Then you are what? Campaigning as... Look, I'm campaigning on what's happening. That's what I'm campaigning on. I'm campaigning on what's going on. You're not campaigning about it because it's not happening to you. Huh? Is this another Joker? What'd you say? Black people were brought here, what? Urban name, but now they benefit from the... You know what? Black people were brought here as slaves. We was already here, chump. We was already here, chump. There's no evidence in history where you're going to have all of these boats that come from Africa to bring people to America. We was already here, chump. This is the type of conversation when you know that you're dealing with someone who is on a low level. Who's on low vibrations. I'm here to cause division. The person in charge and the last 45 people that were in charge before him were the divisionists. This country is based on division. What are you talking about? And we didn't make it that way. We didn't make it that way. Y'all came over here, Christopher Columbus, chopped off black people's heads, kicked them around like football, sent them over there to Spain and everything. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What school did you go to? I know, you went to the school of white supremacy or bozonism. It's a school you went to. You say what? Read my comments. I ain't got time to read your comments. See? I ain't got time to read your comments, man. Leave your comments right now. Leave your comments right now. Okay? What you say? Laughing my ass off. You're a joke. You're a joke too. If you think I'm a joke, you're a bigger joke. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, you got some real clowns out here, you all. To be aware is to be alive. To be aware is to be alive. Division. I'm teaching division. When you go to grammar school, when you go to public school, they teaching you division in the textbooks. They're teaching you division in the textbooks while you in school. So how can you dare say I'm teaching division? When your very teachers, some of whom are racist, teach you about division in the textbooks that they've created. Man, stop playing with me. Stop worshiping the school system. I don't worship the school system. I know that it is, what they call those places? What's them camps? Yeah, it's a Nazi camp, concentration camp. Many schools in America are concentration camps. And all of the history that you read is fake. It didn't happen like that. A lot of it did, but a lot of it didn't. And most of it didn't, okay? Who's the bozo in the chat room? Somebody get him out of here. To be aware is to be calm and wise. Exactly. You have to stay calm and wise. If not, you'll lose control. And don't let nobody trick you out of your freedom. Don't let nobody trick you out of your freedom or take you off your square, because you don't have to react to everything. But in this case, whoever it is, you know, the chump in the comment section, in the chat room, okay? Some troll again. Some troll again. But this is what happens. This is what happens when you have an ounce of courage. And everybody's not going to agree with you. Even your own family. You may have to cut family members loose because you want to stand up like a man or a woman. And by all means, black people, stop doing all these drugs that you're doing. Stop the crack. Stop the heroin. And slow down on smoking weed. Give yourself a chance to grow mentally. Be an example to your children. If your child don't want to be like you or don't have you as their role model, there's a problem with that. It's called Re-Education 101. I'm just saying. You're ready. You're exactly what I hate. I don't hate nothing. I hate that you have a racist country. That's what I hate. And black people are not racist. So this guy got to be white, okay? He got to be some white bozo caveman dude, okay? He got to be some white man caveman bozo dude, okay? Like I say, even white people here in America say that white man is the #1 terrorist in America. Take that up with your own, bro. Take that up with your own who own the media outlets and the social outlets. Get up with them, okay? Go argue with the newspapers, okay? Don't argue with me, man. Go argue with them, bro. I ain't got time for you. It's like you all love to what? Who said somebody loved the system? Some people do love the system. You know why? Because they stupid. Like I said, the country itself is a great country. I said this yesterday. The country is a great country without the racism. Without the racism and the bigotry and the lies. And the lies. White people are master at lying. They are the master of deceit. And if you think I'm lying, just ask people who are in political offices. They are master thieves, master magicians. I don't know what this guy keeps talking about. Just like I said, we're going to see what the magic is. We're going to see what the magic is after the feds finish investigating all of these racist texts that's going on in America, okay? How about that? How about that? And who do you think they're going to come up with? If they come up with anybody. Who do you think they're going to come up with? Who do you think is doing it? All in Detroit, all in Atlanta, all in Tennessee, all of these colleges, all of these middle schools. But I'm a joke, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. Man, please. Go choke on a bone somewhere, okay? Go choke on a bone somewhere. Do yourself a favor and do that, okay? Go choke on the bone, bro. What's your whole point? What's your whole point? I'm just delivering to you, hey, what the news outlets say, huh? What the news outlets say and what Trump says, okay? And what is actually happening. You see, I'm giving receipts for what I'm saying. It's just not like I'm pulling, potions out my ass and giving them to you. No, these are actual facts. These are actual things that is happening. If it wasn't relevant, I wouldn't be talking about it. If it wasn't relevant, I wouldn't be talking about it. If it wasn't relevant, why you got all of these black people in America across the country receiving racist texts again? I'm just saying. You can continue to talk all of that if you want to. But I tell you like this. You have to lose that fear. You have to lose the fear. Just like when they used to hang people, black people, talking about division now. White men hanging black men and black women and riddling their bodies with bullets and then selling their body parts. And then selling their body parts and or collecting them for a souvenir. And you talk about division. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, this has happened. They just doing it in a different way. They just doing it in a different way. What you say? I don't understand. Go back to the beginning of the video after this live and maybe you'll understand. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. Go back to the beginning of the live so that you can catch up on what I said or what I'm saying. And it's all about racism in America and Trump's revenge. And I don't blame Trump for going after these people. I don't. Because all of them liars anyway. All of them. Even him himself. There's not one politician that don't have dirt on their hands. They didn't do... There's no politician that just, their hands are clean. You'll never make it that way. You'll never make it that way. Just ask Eric Adams. Just ask Eric Adams who's stopping the food voucher program for immigrants in New York City. Ask him. Ask the police. Ask the police, are their hands clean? They're going to tell you no. Huh? How many times have you been stopped and been given a bogus ticket? I'm just saying. How many times have police planted evidence on people? How many times have police shot somebody and then pull their own extra dirty gun out and place it on the person and say they tried to shoot him? I'm just saying. To be a police, to be a politician, to be president of the U.S., you got to have dirt on your hands. I'm just saying. And you had to lie. You had to lie. I'm just saying. Now, I respect the police, some of them, because all police are not bad. However, man, most of them, especially if they are of Caucasian origin, their record proves what I'm saying is right. Okay? Now, it is my hopes that civil unrest don't come, but the writing is on the wall. You won't be a part of a system. Who wants to be a part of a system that never included them? Would you want to be a part of that type of system that never included you, that always degraded you, that always dishonored you, that always lied on you, that stripped you of everything that you had would you really want to be a part of that, even after you've shown love to them? What they call that? Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome, and many black people have Stockholm Syndrome, aka post-traumatic slave disorder. I'm just saying. Huh? All black people. I don't pray to Jesus, okay? So I don't know who you're referring to, because I don't. I know a lot of black people do pray to Jesus, because they still on the plantation mentally. They still on the plantation mentally, because they don't understand that Jesus is fake. They don't understand that Jesus is Serapis. They don't understand that Jesus was made up from the white man. They don't understand that. And I can't help them, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But their Jesus ain't coming to save them. Jesus is not coming to save you. For all of you people that go to church and everything, Allah is not coming to save you if you in the temples or the mosque. And Jehovah is not going to save you if you're in the synagogue. The only thing that may save you is your color of your skin, because that is the whole base of this whole system. It's skin color. And sadly, the mother and father of civilization is at the bottom of civilization right now. It has been for over 1,000 years. Why? Because some Caucasian man that came over from Europe came to where the original black people were at in Al Kubalan and said, we want to take your shit. Okay? You still talking about division? Huh? Yeah, I'm plumb silly. W, the faceless man again. I'm plumb silly. You silly. But I'm not going to get off into that right now, into your lunacy. But I am going to end this live with this here. Those racist texts is to instill fear. Those racist texts that black people are receiving across the country is not fake. Let's see what the Fed's going to do about that. Let's see what the police is going to do about that. I'm just saying. And I bet you, if they ever capture somebody or bring someone in handcuffs and chains to the front of the screen, I bet they won't look like me. That's all I'm saying. Can you imagine a nation? I'm just saying. Think about that, you all. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, press that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like and the share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION. And if you haven't been to my other pages, MOPOWERZ and THEMOSHOW Classics, I highly recommend that you do so. Why? Because I'm sure that there is something on those other pages, channels as well. Yes, the other channels, not pages, the other channels as well, that you can put some meat on your head that will raise a light bulb, that will cause you to do some critical thinking. Not just about yourself, but about the world, the society in which we are living in, and the people who run it. To be aware is to be alive. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. And remember what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing said. Turn off the TV. Everything is written in books. Everything is written in books. I'm just saying. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out and never give up on your DREAMS.